problem with Ninjutsu in particular and Koto Ryu is that it is such a wonderful system that people tend to focus on amazing techniques and forget about the practice. But everybody should practice, and I suggest to everybody, my honorable friends, that you practice the Kihon again and again, okay? Today we're gonna do Shodengata. This is a first level in Koto Ryu. It has got 3 kinds of kata, but the ones that we are gonna focus on are kata that deal with hands and legs at the same technique. It's a pretty aggressive and straightforward level, but let's rethink the sabaki that prepares us to do it not just to show the technique, but to know the technique. Before we start with the first kata, Sakugeki, let's prepare for it. So usually we prepare for the tsuki step by pushing the opponent. Pushing the opponent is a good thing because it not only improves our overall aesthetics of the technique, but the usability. So in our ninjutsu, usability is king, form is secondary. So I push forward. That's the usual thing that I do. Let the opponent go back half a step, and then again, push forward. What do I check? I check the front knee, that it does not pass the leg. This looks good, but has a lot of strain on the knee. I check the knee, that it is pointing towards the opponent. I check the toes, they are pointing toward the opponent. And if the knee is mobile, it shows me that I do, okay, the technique with the body. So I just put the elbow is static, and I push with the torso, okay? So, Shizentai. Let's start with this. So, the first kata we're gonna do is Sakugeki. Let us prepare for it. Before we do the Sakugeki, which is actually punching someone in the face and breaking his knee. Okay, before we do it, let's see what happens if the opponent approaches me. So he shortens the distance. So I need another distancing and another habit of Kihon, of doing the tsuki. So I just touch the opponent for the beginning, okay? When he approaches me, I just block him like this. So this is a tsuki, but done while going backward. Touch, stop. Touch, stop. So the uke has to be really sensitive to do it properly. Okay, if I want to hurt the opponent, I'll not do it just checking I'll just punch him, okay, or do it tsuki. But right now I'm just standing, going backward, and hitting forward. He approaches, okay, so let's try this before we do the Sakugeki. Let's look at it. What happens in the kata? In the kata, someone approaches me and tries to grab me. Okay, when he does this, I punch him. I punch him straight to the chin or from the side, but I kick him with the front knee. So now the movement that we did changes. Why? Because if the opponent attacks me and I do this, I immediately immobilized the front leg. Okay, immediately. So when the front leg is immobilized, for me to kick with it, I have to shift the weight and kick. So this kind of thing is good for another kata from the Shodengata, okay? Let's say Tangeki, which is good because I kick with the back knee. But right now I want to kick with the front. So what I do is another drill, which is extremely important, I think. The opponent approaches me and I do this. Okay, I exaggerate the fact that I punch forward and the front leg is weight free. And again, he approaches, and he approaches. Any distance. This, okay? Let's try it again. Bit complicated. When he approaches me, the kata says he wants to grab me with two hands. I punch and break me. So just let's practice it again and again. Now, when the opponent approaches and he knows, okay, it is better to do it on the inside of the knee. But I think it does not matter, because if we don't have this as a habit, nothing will happen here. This is very close. He gets in close, so I need to prepare the leg. Again. Practice, Sakugeki. Next kata is Shihaku, okay? Shihaku is an easy kata. It's just like a neighborhood kata, שכונה. בוא שנייה רועי בבקשה. Let's put to the side the preliminary of the kata, because maybe it says something advanced. Opponent hits with a tsuki and another tsuki. This is not a tsuki. Full step. Okay, tsuki and a tsuki, and I do this and punch him. This is the kata. So what is the essence of the kata? Being able to do this and punch with the same hand. So you see what I mean by shchuna? This is shchuna. First, let's kick with the front leg. So I advance several times while doing my aruki, ninjutsu step forward. Change the front leg, kick. Okay, and just stand in front of the opponent. And if I stand correctly, then I've got ability to do a fudoken, a jab. And again, bam, bam, bam. So right now we are doing the full technique without deceiving the opponent, deceiving and then doing this. Because I think in Randori situations, always we should first do the technique. Now he expects it, and then we can, okay? So let's try. Switch legs, kick, fall forward, punch. Let's try this. Shihaku. So let's continue the Shihaku. I'm standing like this in front of the opponent, and he checks distance with a jab. So I clear to the inside. And kick. So simple, but everybody should know it. This is the basic. Shihaku is an extrapolation on the basics, okay? We should do the basics first. Diagonally back, push kick. Oop. Okay, opponent checks distance with a jab. I go here and just punch him. So the whole thing is going here and punching, deceiving with this leg and punching. As I said, I think it can only happen after you kicked several times with this leg. Okay, because he has to be wary of the leg before he'll react to it. Okay? Okay, I exaggerated this. You don't have to exaggerate. So now what we do is just play with everything. We have front leg kicking in Sakugeki, okay, and we have the back leg kicking in Shihaku. So just play with it. Opponent just walks, checks distance, kick. Just play. You can either kick, punch, punch, kick, or just do this, punch.